friends, welcome back to Nessa's Nook. So today I'm going to try to start a different type of series. I put on my comments or my community page and said, what would you guys like to see? And I was asked by somebody, to do some stuff here. So what I'm going to be doing is, I don't know what I'm going to name it yet. I'm thinking maybe under 30 and under 10 or something, I don't know. If you think of some flashy, cute name, let me know. So now that Mark's able to eat a little bit more stuff, I'm not still using my canned tomatoes in this. I'm going to be using just the regular petite diced because it has the beans and I don't want to put the seeds from the tomatoes in there along with this. He's been wanting some chili really bad. The other day when we went to Wendys, he had a small one to see if that affected him with the beans, and it did not. So I thought, okay, that's great. So we can actually go ahead and start to eat chili. Now, in that same the little mini-series type thing, I don't know how long it's going to go on. It might not be every day. It might just be random here, random there. I'm not for sure. I know I'd like to do some things to maybe clean out some of my freezer, clean out some of my pantry, try to do some of those things to make the meals as cheap as possible and as fast as possible, because I don't know anybody, well, I do know some people, they like to have a lot of time in the kitchen. I'm not one of those people. So anyways, in sake of doing a lot of dishes, because I also don't like doing dishes, I am going to go ahead and use my Instant Pot Rio. We don't need one this big, but I really do like that Instant Pot Rio. Robert got me in trouble with this one. So I have this on hot. Anybody that knows me knows that I've been actually, I pre-cook my hamburger in the Instant Pot. I freeze them and then it's ready to go. And all I gotta do is just warm up the onions and the green peppers that's gonna go in it. So this just puts everything a lot faster. And I will be using the Instant Pot as far as a slow cooker, not a pressure cooker, because I don't know for sure about you guys, almost every single time, unless you do, pot and pot, if I do anything tomato, it burns, and then you get that dreaded burn signal, so I don't like to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put this on pause and see, so you're going to see what's going in here and seeing how that's cooking in the Rio. But as you can see, that's what the Rio looks like. We'll go ahead and do everything. Now what's going to happen is when I get done cooking, it's on saute right now, I'll be putting on the slow cook, on high for a couple hours. Alright, trying to make sure my mic stays on because sometimes it doesn't like to do that when I move the camera around a lot. So because that's already been on hot, I don't have to worry about that not being warm enough to stir that up. And like I said, it's just going to be warming that up just enough to cook up the onions and the green pepper some. I'm just using the frozen. You can use fresh, whatever. I'm just being lazy today. It's been a very lazy weekend here, which is good because for a few weekends we were just going absolutely crazy with the garden and things like that. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and get this sauteed for a few minutes, and then I'm going to bring you back. I'll go ahead and show you what I'm going to go ahead and add to the rest of this. And this way the peppers and onions should be done, and I can get this meat done as small as possible, and we'll get this chili going. Alright, so that is done, and I canned my own pinto beans and my own kidney beans, pinto beans, and all that stuff. And I did have a quart that it was half pinto and half kidneys, so it would just be easier to have one jar versus two. Mark and I can't find that anywhere. So there was the kidney beans and the pinto beans. I'm going to go ahead and do the petite diced tomatoes. And I'm going to be doing 2 small cans of tomato sauce. And then I like to put some of the diced, this is medium, but usually I get mild, green chilies. Alright, now I do like to put in a beef bouillon cube, which I already pulled one out. So anybody that's my age or so, you know your mom always had these. And because it was shiny metal, you know, you thought, oh, that's a treat. Why can't I have one, Mom? It only took one time to find out why we don't eat these. I do like to put a little bit of beef broth. I do like to add just a little bit of sugar to help the acidity on the tomatoes and the stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and throw in some of my garlic onion. Can't wait till I'm done with this because I don't care for the onion powder. I like granulated onion. And I didn't realize when I bought some that I bought a whole bunch with the granulated onion. So I'll put some cumin, however you say it. Some chili powder. Got Mark in the background telling me how to say things. A little bit of chili powder. I forgot the salt and pepper shaker, but I'll grab that real quick. And this is pretty much, it's simple. Now that's the salt here. You go ahead and put in some pepper, obviously. If anybody wants anything more at the table, they always can do that. Go ahead and give this a nice little stir. Now I know some people, they like their chili a little bit thinner. You could put like some, you know, like tomato sauce, like tomato juice or something to that in the effect. But I think this comes out to be about the right consistency for what we like. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I scrape the bottom, make sure all that hamburger is off here. And yeah, you can see it from here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel. And then I'm going to go ahead and put on slow cook. And obviously what I was cooking, I was cooking chicken bones. I was wondering, like, what did I cook for so long? And what I'm going to be doing is cooking this for about 2.5 hours, 2 hours-ish. It's not going to take it all too much to get it going here. Make sure the temp is high and go ahead and hit start. Give this one more little swirl here. I'll come out here every once in a while. Give that a swirl. Now, obviously this Rio and this lid, because Bob got me hooked on that lid too, that goes together very well and is on my support my page on my underneath where you write the comments. So this is all there. So if you're wondering where I got everything, it's all right there. Obviously I didn't take all the watermarks off there when I was washing it last, but this should be ready to go. Now the thing is, the object of what we're trying to do here on this one, let me see if I can't put you up here just a little, is we're going to have chili today, and then what's going to happen is at some point this week, I don't know when, we'll have like chili cheese fries or something to do with the leftover chili. Now if there's still some chili left after having that, then what I usually do is I take the extras and I can that up into a pint jar, so when Mark wants chili or we want chili for a meal, and we don't have to make this whole thing. But I don't know for sure if Heinz is going to want some. I know Mark likes the chili. We'll have at least ours of this. I do like this. I'll probably have some of this for lunch and actually pour over some nacho chips and make it kind of like how Wendy's had like the nachos with the chili that they used to do years ago. So that's going to be used for several different meals. So that's going to be something that, as far as the cheat meal, this is definitely well under $10. And what I was saying on there, I said unless it's in the crock pot, obviously you have to go crock pot times. But as far as just throwing everything together, ready in less than 10 minutes, obviously whatever you're cooking is going to take the time to cook. But this should be very inexpensive. It's not going to heat at my kitchen. Luckily, we were able to turn off the central air today for the first time in a week and a half. So it seems nice to be able to hear the birds and have air come in the house. So I'll bring you back once this is done. And then later this week, obviously, I'll click this video to whatever things I make, like for my lunch for nachos and other things. So we'll be back. Alright, so this hasn't cooked very long. Mark says he's hungry, so we're going to go ahead and eat. I'm going to go ahead and leave this going for a little bit of time to go ahead and just cook that more together. Just because we're hungry doesn't mean it can't still be cooked a little bit. Go ahead and give that a little bit of a stir. I mean, I think it looks really good to me. And get some of this put up into a bowl. Now, I like to add cheddar cheese to mine. I used to add crackers, but I don't add crackers anymore. I don't know why. I don't know why when you get older, things just change for you. And go ahead and throw a little bit of cheddar cheese on the top. And here is dinner tonight. Of course, with my big mess from the spatula there. Probably looks a little bit better this way. So anyways, this is chili, and like I said, later this week, I'm going to go ahead and I'll just bring myself down here. I'll go ahead and make some of the nachos with this chili. We're going to have some chili cheese fries. If you do think of a name for this little series, definitely let me know on that. You can email me, or you can put it down in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of everything, and thank you very, very much for stopping by. You have a very blessed and wonderful day.